Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet a mushroom for your jewelry. So as you can see, this is how pretty it will look like. So for your earrings, for your rings, you can use it. For me, I will use 3 colors: the white yarn, the green yarn, the red yarn, and the white yarn. I prefer using the same kind of yarn and 4mm hook. So I'm gonna start with the red yarn and I'm gonna crochet a top of the mushroom. So I start with the magic ring, and into my magic ring I crochet 6 single crochets. Just like this. And if you don't know how to do a magic ring or a single crochets, you can watch it in my previous videos. After I did my 6 single crochets, I crochet a 6 increases. So it means 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, first and the second. And like this, you go on 6 times. 1 single crochet and into the same one, second. This is what it should look for you. And now I'm going up to the 3rd row. I'm gonna do 1 single crochet into 1 stitch and then increase, so it means 2 single crochets into 1 stitch from the last row. And I repeat the same pattern 6 times, 1 single crochet and an increase. And in the end, you should have 24 stitches. Okay, you finished with this. The white yarn is my marker. You can also use just normal marker for this, but it's okay if you don't have any. In my next row, I'm gonna do 2 single crochets in 1. No, 2 single crochets in 1. 1 single crochet in second in 1 stitch, and then you do an increase, so it means 2 single crochets in 1 stitch into the same stitch. Now we're going up to the 5th row. In this row we're going to crochet 3 single crochets into each stitch and an increase, so 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, and in the end of the row you should have 30 stitches. Yay! Okay, next row we do with no changes 30 stitches. Okay, next row. In 7th row, we crochet 4 single crochet and an increase. We repeat it 6 times, and in the end, you have 36 stitches. In your 8th row, you crochet 36 single crochets. With no changes, the row with no changes. And congratulations, you're almost done. You do a slip stitch and take a long tail, not really long but long, you know. Yay. And this is the half of your mushroom. The other part we crochet with the white yarn. Again, we start with the magic ring, and we crochet 6 single crochets into your magic ring. Next row is you crochet 6 increases. In the end you have 12 stitches. In your third row you crochet single crochet and then increase, and then you crochet 6 times, repeat it 6 times, and in the end you have 24 stitches. Fourth row is a little bit different. You crochet 18 single crochets with no changes into the back loop from your hook. So as you can see, our stitch is has 2 halves, and you crochet into the back loop. It has 2 loops, and you can see what I do. Just repeat what I do. Next row we crochet from 5th to 7th row, so it means 3 rows with no changes. In your 8th row you crochet 7 single crochets, then you do a decrease. Decrease is when you crochet 2 stitches together. I'm gonna show you in a little bit. After you do 7 single crochets. Okay, as you can see now I do my decrease. So I take the half from one stitch and the half from the other, and I crochet them together just like a single crochet. And then I do again 7 single crochets just normally, and then a decrease again. And in the end you have 16 stitches. In your 9th row you kind of do the same thing. You crochet 6 single crochets, a decrease, 6 single crochets, a decrease, and you have 14 stitches in the end. Now we do our 10th row. In the 10th row you do 5 single crochets, a decrease, 5 single crochets, a decrease, and you have 12 single crochets in the end. Now we do row without changes. It's 11th row, just 12 single crochets. After you finish it, it's a good time to put the stuffing in. And we going up to the 12th row, 4 single crochets, a decrease, 4 single crochets, decrease, 10 single crochets in the end. I'm sorry if I say wrong. Decrease, decreases. I hope it's right. If I'm not saying it right, let me know in a comment. Thank you. Okay, 13th row, 3 single crochets, a decree, 3 single crochets, decree, and in the end we have 8 single crochets. Okay, next 3 rows we do 8 single crochets with no changes. We do decrease again. 17th row, 2 single crochets, a decree, 2 single crochets, decree, and in the end we have 6 stitches. 18th row, 6 increases. Yay, 12 stitches. Our 19th row, single crochets increase, repeated 6 times, and in the end you have 18 stitches. We continue with increasing, so we do 2 single crochets and increase, repeated 6 times, and in the end we have 24 stitches. Now you do 3 single crochets and increase, repeated 6 times, and in the end you have 30 stitches. Fourth row, 22nd row, 4 single crochets and an increase, repeated 6 times. In the end we have 36 stitches. Oh my gosh, we're done, and it's almost the whole mushroom that we have. You could also crochet the mushroom, not like the red one, but you also can crochet the orange one, I don't know, any other kind. So I mean, it's really cute. Oh, I love it. Now you kind of have to connect it together. I think there's nothing difficult about it. You just connect it how I do it while you listen to music. Thank you. Wow, this is how pretty it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. Isn't it pretty? Okay, we're going to the bottom part and we crochet 8 single crochets into a magic ring. In our second row, we do 8 increases, and in the end you have 16 stitches. third row single crochets, and then increase, repeat it 8 times, and in the end you have 24 stitches. Oh my gosh, fourth row 2 single crochets, and then increase, repeat it 8 times and 32 stitches. In our fifth row, you do 3 single crochets and then increase, repeat it 8 times and 40 stitches in the end. Next row, we do 4 single crochets and then increase, repeat it 8 times and 48 stitches. Well, actually there is supposed to be 5 single crochets, but as you can see, I'm going now on bigger and bigger size of my increases and single crochets between them, so I kind of make my circle bigger. So it doesn't really matter how many you do rows, it's just how big you want your bottom part to be. So for me it was enough, I don't really see, okay, 8 stitches, 8 rows. For you it could be 10 rows, or for me, I don't know, I'm still crocheting, so just watch how many I will do. So the other thing is we're gonna do the sides of our bottom part. So you should see, okay, this is how my mushroom looks on my bottom part, and I see it's kind of enough for me, so I'm gonna do the kind of, yeah. So this time I crochet not to the back loop of my stitches, but to the front. So just how I crochet like this with me. And this is how you do the sides. Okay, after I did this, I do another row with no changes by 46 stitches. I mean, if you want your sides to be kind of much bigger, you could do this row also to the front loop, but I think it's kind of enough. I like the way it curls, so I think it looks pretty. So when I'm done, I do a slip stitch, and that's all. You're done. Congratulations, you crocheted a mushroom for your jewelry. Okay, I hide all the yarn that is no need to be, and I connect my mushroom to the bottom part, and this is how pretty it looks like. Thank you all for watching. I hope you liked my video. Subscribe my channel because most of you not subscribed yet. Why not? Okay, and thank you for watching this video. Let me know in a comment, did you crochet it and how it looks for you. Bye.